Hey guys, welcome to the Mom Voice. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Sarah.
With 7 kids between the two of us, we know what a wild ride parenting can be.
But that it's also the most rewarding job any of us will ever do. As longtime best friends, we've been together for a lot, helping each other all along the way.
And now we're sharing our journeys with you, letting you in on our day-to-day to hear what's working in our homes and what's not.
Each week, we'll be sitting down to talk all the things, from parenting to TV, relationships to self-care. We'll cover it all.
So whether you're a stay-at-home mom or empty nester, join us here to get informed and help your family thrive.
Together, we'll figure it all out. Welcome to your Mommy Morning Show. Before we get started, we want to talk to you about the Wally phone case. If you've listened to us for any amount of time, you know that Lauren and I love our Wallies. It really is the only phone case that we'll use now.
We love all the patterns and new designs released recently, and we love the leather case with thread detail. I could not live or function without the loop anymore. It has a great loop for your finger to help hold, multitask, and as well a pocket for your credit card's license. I don't even carry a wallet anymore.
It really is awesome, and we think that the Wally is like the perfect holiday gift. So make sure to go check it out while you're listening to this episode at wallycases.com. That's WALLI cases.com. And at checkout, make sure to enter code MOMVOICE for 15% off your total order. This is one of the best deals you'll find out there, and we really think it could be a great holiday gift. Again, that's wallycases.com, WALLI cases.com, and enter code MOMVOICE for 15% off your total order. Okay, Lauren, so I saw the funniest Instagram post from an old friend the other day when I was scrolling stories. She shared, wait for it, a throwback 1990s glamour shot of herself, about 10 years old. Do you remember these stores in the mall?
Yes, the mall. The glamour shots were totally at the mall, and that was like a big deal.
That is what it was called, right?
Yes.
The stores, glamour shots.
Gosh, remember like the foggy, like distant
Background.
floating head in the background with mom and the hats and all of the things.
The puffy bangs.
Oh my gosh.
The feathers.
That is a throwback. It is funny because I was thinking also like recently we got like the school pictures back. And I'm like, do you buy school pictures every year?
I haven't for probably 2 years now because our best friend Monica, she's a photographer here, and she's in past kind of done like these little mini sessions at her house with like a background or whatever. And I just think they're so much better quality. They're like personality shots rather than just like the formal posed, sweaty, hair's a mess school pic.
Totally.
You know?
Yeah, I think like we've all kind of phased away from like the studio shots. Like I can remember taking my babies to like a studio at like
JCPenney
or
did
something.
You really?
Oh, totally.
I never once did that.
I did
with
that.
my children.
I did that like almost with my first 3
You did it
quarterly.
with the twins?
Oh yeah. I have a
don't
few
know those
different
photos.
I have a few different ones, and I think their first year pictures were there. Yeah.
Show me those pictures.
Yeah.
I don't remember them
I know.
for some
it's
reason.
so cheesy and so dumb. I just think it's like, I think it's so, I loved that we like tried to stay on track and like document and be consistent with like baby photos. And like, I could just remember trying to do like monthly photos, quarterly photos. But then I feel like obviously phones, Instagram, that's all evolved because now it's like you can have your own photo shoot at home. Now you post different stuff. Your style's different. Everything's different.
Yeah, I know. I think there is something to be said for like a professional photo over a candid because I do think they feel different. Like, and let's just be honest, especially if it's a group. I think if you're trying to get like a really good portrait mode photo of just one child, that's easy enough. But like, there is like an art to having everybody look happy, everybody staring at the camera. Like, I mean, we just took family pictures in Florida by ourselves, guys. We like swapped off and it was kind of a crap show. I'll use my words. Not really. It wasn't that bad. But like, you know how it is. The kids are like throwing sand. One kid is not looking at the camera. There's like weird angles. Like there's a fine art to photography that you kind of take for granted now.
Do you think that? Actually, that's really funny you say that because I just made a statement recently that would be opposite to that.
I totally think.
Like when I feel like,
go ahead.
I actually feel like now that we are all so photo not sense, like photo prone. Like we are constantly taking pictures, and Instagram is in your face 24/7. I feel like we all kind of know like the angle, the candid, the laugh, the shadows, the overexposure, like things that I never would have said 5-10 years ago.
To a degree, yes. But like, let's take ours, for example, the coastline in the back, like some of it was like wonky compared to like us sitting on like little things that you don't recognize, or like the perspective of where the camera was looking at the like those things.
Yes. And shadowing and lighting and sunlight especially is really tricky. And someone should know that and know the times. But I have had like even professional photos, like poses and stuff where I'm like, how did they miss this? Like I have a floating head in the middle of the shot, and now all the shots are ruined.
But are they professional?
It's like, I don't know. Well, what do you call
professional?
But that's the other discussion. Yeah. What is professional?
I don't know if a professional,
a mom with a camera, they think they're professional.
And again, that's debatable. Yeah, I think there's a level of experience, a level of like mentorship, maybe training. I don't know. And
hopefully they do. Yeah. If they're charging like the real prices that are out there, hopefully they have that.
If I look like the couple times I've spent a grip of money on a photographer, namely the one that like blew my mind was my engagement shoot in Newport Beach. We spent a lot of money for that girl, and she's 100% professional, travels the world, all the things. Those photos are like magazine worthy. Yeah. She caught us in like, and it's like perspective. Everything is like perfectly framed. We're like, it's literally like an editorial in like a magazine, like where we're not superposed, but like you get the emotion that we have, like all that stuff. I think that's a fine art to be able to like capture emotion through an image that where is worth it. I think now we can all like stand there and smile and know our angle and like look good. But like, I think to like really capture the true emotion in a photo is hard. I do. So I don't know, but hopefully, fingers crossed, our pictures come out good. But I don't know. I mean, to answer your question, no, I haven't paid for a school-sponsored photo in a long time.
And yes, both of our Christmas cards will be brought to you by Marco Island.
And they'll probably be very similar.
The gorgeous beach of Marco Island, which we're actually going to dive into later because we just love it there.
There's just still so much to say about Marco Island and Florida. And man, we could literally do like miniseries on travel, literally.
I know.
But no, the one thing I have to say on this topic about like school photos, though, that I will be sad to not document for my children is their class picture.
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember those.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the yearbook, right? Well, do
they do yearbooks at our school?
Do they do that? I hope they still do the family or the family, the class shot. I'm sure they do. Actually, I don't know if our yearbook did last year. I know they each had like an individual shot on their page, but I cannot think of the group shot.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. But that's so funny because my birthday was last week, and my 5th grade teacher, who's on Facebook with me, every year posts our class photo. And he posts my 5th grade class photo, and we're all lined up there in the media center. And it's like timeless. Like those things that is why it's like, I am so grateful for the documentation I do have. And that's, again, really at the end of the day, why I'm grateful for Instagram, because it is the documentation of our lives in photos. And we don't print photos out anymore, people.
I know.
So now it's all there, and it's all digital, or it's all on the computer. And so being able to see that is like so special.
One of these days when I have like a free month, when I'm old and gray.
Oh, I know. To go through it all.
Through it all. Not even document.
Sarah was so good, you guys. For years and years, she would print out the photos and have her album of like that dedicated year or trip or like
I'm about to throw all those
college.
Away.
Why?
I mean, I have digital prints of all of those, and they are just bulky.
I see. That's my fear. I feel like I don't know. I have not tracked all my digital stuff well enough.
They're all on Facebook, and you can download all those images off Facebook. But yeah, I know. No, they're so bulky. Yeah, like they take up so much room. I right now have all those college photo albums that she's talking about in a big Tupperware bins, plural. It's stacked up in my son's closet. Like, where do you put them? In the Arizona heat, you cannot put them in the attic. Like, they'll melt to death. So it has to be in the air conditioning. Anyway, I digress.
Before we go any further, we want to tell you about Haya. If you've been here for a minute, you know that we love our Haya vitamins. Haya is designed for kids of all ages and sent straight to your door, so parents have one less thing to worry about, and we love that. It's non-GMO, vegan, dairy-free, allergy-free, gelatin-free, nut-free, and everything else you can imagine. As we're going into sixth season here and just all the germs at school, I really feel like they have given my kids a great defense for their immunity, and they really have stayed healthy all year long.
I totally agree. Haya fills in the most common gaps in modern children's diets today. And let's be real, I'm not always cooking the most balanced meals, if I'm cooking at all. So I love that Haya fills in the gaps and I can really have some sense of peace that they're getting the nutrition that they need. We love that they come in a glass bottle that they get to decorate with stickers and really make their own. And then the refills are delivered on a pediatrician recommended schedule each month, which I totally love and we've gotten used to and kind of dependent on to some degree.
Yes, love it.
We've worked out a special deal with Haya for their best-selling children's vitamin. Receive 50% off your first order. And to claim this deal, you have to go to this website, hayahealth.com/momvoice. Again, it's not available on their regular website. You have to go to Haya Health, that's HIYA health.com/momvoice. Make sure to go check it out and get your kids nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults.
Well, we're really excited because we today on the episode are going to have our own favorite things party. You guys probably have heard of a favorite things party in your area where, you know, everyone brings their favorite item and there's lots of ways to do it. If you give each person that item, if you do a white elephant style, but we wanted to share a few of our favorites.
Totally. And funny enough, super ironic, my neighbor Deanne sent a favorite things invite last night.
Oh, funny.
And I was like, oh, so ironic. We're talking about this tomorrow. I didn't say that, but I was like, that is just so funny because I feel like this episode is coming out the week of Thanksgiving. We are headed right into the full-blown holiday season. Yeah. We're already there, really. But like, I do feel like this is that prime time to really like connect with your neighbors, your community, you know, and the favorite things is just such a great party idea because it keeps it lively. There's like a core thing that everybody's doing. There's not just like dead times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's exciting. People like, I don't know, you come away with something. I don't know. I just always love the favorite things.
I think it's super fun too. And it's perfect for the holidays because of the gift giving. And we thought this would be just great to give some great ideas or suggestions for maybe if you're shopping or making your list for your husband, whatever you want. We just thought this would be so fun.
And you'll kind of get to know us a little bit.
Absolutely.
And we always, I mean, we don't like to talk about ourselves like whatever, like on the podcast necessarily. Right. So it's always fun when you can get a little insight into kind of our personalities, favorite things, all of that stuff.
Absolutely.
All right, kick it off, Lo.
Okay, we decided to go with just kind of different like categories of our favorite thing. And so I'm going to start off with the kitchen item. Now, this is tricky because this could be anything. It could be a baking item, a utensil or something, a spray you use in the kitchen, but something generally for the kitchen. And go, Sarah. Tell me yours.
Oh, do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go, Sarah.
I have two. I'm like debating between. We're tight on time. So do I do like the cute, sexy one or do I do like the functional?
I don't care.
Okay, super
go
fast.
For it.
I do love my Amazon Echo Show. I have the 10, which is the big screen. It rotates, things like that. Quick reasons why I do love it. It was a small investment, but I love it for multiple reasons. I can easily, like big print, see recipes when I need them. You can just talk to Alexa and say anything from like, how long do you cook a baked potato? Or how do you cook a baked potato? And it will just pop up. You can watch TV on it. So like if you want to watch the morning news while you're getting ready, that will pop up.
And will that stream just through Amazon, YouTube?
I don't even know how it shows up. Like we watch football on it. Like I haven't dug into that. But really the cool thing that I found about it is it acts as a security camera. So like when we go away, I will move it into my dog's room and it's got motion detection. So it rotates and I can pipe in on the Alexa app and like view her. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
I could talk to her if I want, but I never do. But it's kind of comforting to be able to check in on things.
Oh, I love that.
So, and then my second one is very functional. But a few years ago, I installed these metal shelving type units within my cabinets. Does that make sense? So it's like when you open my bottom cabinet drawers, they are drawer metal drawer units that like pull out, and I love them. They keep it organized. They're just like incredible.
Oh, yeah. No, I have one of those under my sink, and I do really love. It's so helpful to just get a good view of everything.
Yeah.
Those
What
are
is
both
yours?
good.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, so I have mentioned this item before, but it's something I just use so much throughout the day. And I don't feel like enough people know about them. But it's my counter scraper. It's like a little blade, and I've mentioned it before. But when I'm cleaning and jelly's on the counter or like cheese or whatever is melted somewhere, like it is the best thing to clean, scrape, wipe down. I find so much satisfaction in a good smelling spray. And we've talked about this before too. So like wiping my counters and scraping them clean is just something core to my like morning, noon, and night, really. Oh my gosh. And
I still don't have one of those.
I know. I need to give you one.
I can't even picture what it looks like.
I'm going to
actually
show it this week on the pod. On Instagram. I'm going to show you guys. It's just like so like I don't know, so handy and just so every day. We all need one.
Awesome.
Okay, let's go on to the next. All right, makeup. All right, I'll start off with my favorite makeup item that I have right now. My sister-in-law gave it to me last year for my birthday, and it's the iconic London brand, and it's my highlighter. So I definitely tend to be a more dry face. And as I've gotten older, I do an all over foundation. Sarah's always been really good about a foundation. I probably only started a foundation, all over foundation, probably 3 years ago. Before that, I would just do concealer and moisturizer.
No,
and like
you did tinted moisturizer
maybe
forever.
Tinted moisturizer. Yeah.
Like that Jergens moisturizer forever.
No, yes. I just never did foundation. I wore it all over. But then once I felt my skin got more uneven and sunspots, I've implemented that. But I just feel like a highlighter, and this one specifically, kind of a dewy highlighter, can really help that look of keeping it more moisturized, glowy, instead of, because like I said, I tend to be more dry.
The JLo look.
Yeah. I mean, I'll never have the JLo glow, but it's a great effort to try, and doing the cheekbones and maybe, they say like on your nose tip and along the top. So anyways, that's probably my favorite makeup item I'm using right now.
I'm like so lame. I get locked into certain makeup items, and I do not try new things, like rarely ever. So I don't know. It's really hard for me. Lauren and I have talked. She's mentioned this before. I am a compact girl. I have been forever. I have one in my purse, in every bathroom in my house, anywhere I need it. I have a compact to like cut the shine, make me look a little fresh throughout the day. And my favorite compact is the L'Oreal Lancome. It's Lancome Dual Finish Powder. So like it's a thicker powder that I feel like I do sometimes put it on top of my CC cream. I don't really wear a foundation anymore. I wear the It Cosmetics CC cream, and I have it in like every single color pretty much. And then if I want like a really finished look, I'll put the Dual Finish powder on top. And then whatever. But on lighter days, I just wear that with my, blush on top or whatever.
I know. Sarah's always had a very milky, pretty skin. And would you say you're more oily than dry?
No, I'm dry.
You're dry.
But
okay.
growing up in Texas, it's so humid. Like you do get dewy, right? Yes, just humidity. I think I had like a complex of like, whatever. I just hated looking shiny all the time. Shiny. So I always had a compact like in high school, or those Clean and Clear sheets to like suck up the moisture. You know what I mean? I got some of those for Florida. I did. Oh my gosh.
They still make them and everything.
Oh yeah, they do. Target has their brand and everything.
I have not seen one of those since 7th grade. You know what I saw a funny thing on Instagram too is, did you ever use Buff Puffs? They were like little square, almost looked like sponges, but they were actually super like hard, like rough. They were rough, and you kind of would do it to exfoliate. My mom would make us use them, and I don't even know if they're good for your skin. Now that I think back to it, it probably it's probably too rough.
That's funny. No,
funny throwbacks to what we used in middle school, and it was probably all wrong.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, what is your favorite shoe that you have right now in your closet, or you ever have had? I guess
that's really hard, and I hope we don't say the same thing. But my favorite shoe is the Tory Burch Miller sandal, specifically in nude. So good. I will forever keep the nude color. I think it's like super versatile. I can wear it with everything. We love Tory Burch. I've been wearing her for 7 years now, maybe, and I will never go back. I love it.
I know. No, those are just the iconic shoe that I think will live on forever. I love them too. Mine is more of a new recent discovery. When I started running with the marathon, gosh, over a year ago now, when I went to the running store, they like fit your foot to like kind of suggest the right shoe, the right running shoe for you. So they suggested Brooks for me and it worked out great and it was good. But kind of the new On shoes had just kind of really broken the market and people were excited and wearing them a lot. And my sister, they recommended Ons for her. And I was like, dang it, I want the Ons because they're just really cool looking. They come in a ton of colors. Everyone says they're most comfortable. So it took me a while to be like, okay, I'm going to jump on the bandwagon. I bought the Brooks and I ran in those and they were great. But my feet are just wide. I have wide feet. I've said that. I learned that and I know that. And I know that I have to like fit for my foot. And Nikes, and as cute as they are, I've just had to throw them all out. They do hurt my feet. They hurt my feet. They run too narrow. And
see, I think they're wide. That's so funny.
Oh man, I would not say that at all. And actually, I don't think people say that. I don't think they say that. I think Nike is a more narrow shoe. They said, and like the whole whatever. And so, anyway, so I recently splurged and bought some Ons, and I've worn them a few times in long days and theme park days, and they've really worked really well for my foot. They're super comfortable. They have lots of styles. I mean, they are a little pricier, but like you're getting, I think, what you're paying for, like super comfort. I don't like my feet being on my feet for 15 hours at Universal. Like my feet felt fine. They felt good. And I was like shocked because I really do have tricky feet to like, I get blisters and sore spots and just achiness and whatever. So I really love the Ons. And I'll specify which ones on Instagram this week. Okay. But they all are really great and so cute.
They are. They're super cute. All right. Our next one is shower item. What's your favorite shower item?
This was tricky for me because I go all over the map with shampoos, and I actually just ordered a new shampoo from my recommendation, my hairstylist. So I'm about to try that out. So I can't even recommend that yet. But I'll ask you this. What do you wash your body with? Are you a shower gel, soap bar? What are you with?
Both.
Yes.
So I do shower gel for my body with like a loofah, but I use a bar in my private areas.
In your armpits and private.
Yeah,
but then don't they kind of say like bars can dry us out too down there?
I'm sure.
Remember
I don't care.
pH balance and all of that.
I don't even care. Like I don't feel right about loofahing down there where I'm about to roll it all over my body for some reason.
Sure.
That seems weird.
Even though there's soap on it?
I don't know. It just seems bizarre that like the loofah could catch some, I don't know, stray hair or something. Who knows? But no, I literally do a bar too.
Yeah, no, I know. I was like, I wanted to rave about a shampoo and conditioner, but I think I'm on the ever-ending journey for the perfect shampoo for my hair specifically. I mean, I've used a Redken that I love. I just used Pureology, the purple bottle for like blondes. And it was good, but it's nothing like
It's expensive.
It is expensive. Mm-hmm. I got it on a sale, and it still was a smaller bottle, and I just don't think it like worked wonders for the expense.
You have really, I don't mean like hard.
I have
literally
dry
you
hair,
have very
dry, thick hair.
Your hair's going to be a
curly,
challenge to find.
And oh my gosh, the tangle that can be to even you. I've talked about it on here before. Usually if I wear my hair curly, like I brush it in the shower. And if a shampoo conditioner cannot help soften it up a little bit, exit. It's like the worst.
Yeah, no, totally.
I was just going to say, I love a good Bath & Body Works shower gel. It always makes the bathroom smell so good. I love it. And I love a good bath salt for a bath, for the bathtub. My sister just went to Jordan, and she brought me salts from the Black Sea and the Dead Sea, I should say. Sorry. And I just love a yummy, good bath.
Awesome. I haven't done a good bath in a while. So I could not think of any super original shower products. So because let me just say, I'm not one to bask in the shower. I get in, do my business, I'm out. Like my husband takes long showers. I've never been one to take long showers. They're super efficient. So I'm going to like spin on this a little bit.
Yeah.
My favorite kind of hair tool. Okay. Because it's
yep.
in the shower, kind of related. I have gone through many of the hair dryer brush things that have been out. I started with Revlon.
Oh, yes,
went through
yes,
it. You know
like
what I'm talking
yes.
about. They're like the hair dryers that have the round brush on them. But I found one that like I really love, and it's the Dry Bar double shot oval blow dryer. So it's the Dry Bar brand. It's a little pricey, but I really love it. I use it every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. I feel like the oval shape of it and the bristles on the brush like are just incredible, and it works fast. It's high powered. I really, really love it. And so when I'm fresh out of the shower with my hair wet, that's what I go to, and I love it.
Okay, and on the heels of that, I love this. You know, how do you say it? KITSCH. Kitsch? Is that how you say it? That hair brand? Do you know it? Kitsch? KITSCH. It's a really good hair wrap, and it's that really good. It's not like a microfiber, but it
drying
is
towel.
Drying towel, and you wrap your hair in them. Those are like newer to me the last 2 or so years. And I think they're just so great, especially when you're blowing out. I mean, that really can dry up your hair so quick. And I love those too.
I know. They're so good. Okay. Tell me your favorite snack, Lauren.
Okay. So I was like really thinking on this because I'm not like a huge snacker.
I had a million to choose from.
I know. And I'm like, and so an actual snack like I buy, oh, that's tricky.
Okay. Well, I'll kick it off then. My favorite snack that I've actually been eating for quite a while now, which is going to shock you because I am known by all my friends to hate cheese. I do not like cold cheese. I will eat melted cheese, and I am very specific on the type of cheese that I will eat. It's pretty much any cheddar, and that's all. Or like a Mexican blend, maybe, sure.
Right.
But it's the texture of cold cheese. But these Sargento balanced breaks, have you ever seen these? They're little containers that have the only one I've ever tried and the only one that I will ever eat is the one with the white cheddar, dried cranberries, and almonds. I have long loved almonds, and I don't know what made me like buy one day, but I love it. And I have to eat it with exactly all three in the same bite. So I'll get a little piece of the white cheddar, a dried cranberry, and an almond, and I'll put it in my mouth, and it's just the perfect little blend of flavor. I love it. And it's only like 180 calories or something. It's really a good balanced break. Sargento.
Like your charcuterie board for the desk.
Yes. So that's my snack.
Okay. I love that. My go-to snack, if I am snacking, you guys, it's so funny. I just really don't like reach for the snacks through the day. But if I do get to get a road trip snack or office snack or something, I love Bark Thins. I love the sweet and the salty. And then I love the skinny dipped almonds too. The skinny dipped, I think it's such a creative, it's like they're usually dipped in like chocolate or I don't know, whatever, honey, vanilla, whatever. But it's very lightly coated, very still like low cal. And you still kind of get the sweet and the salty. I love a sweet, something sweet, but I am more prone to salty.
Yeah.
And I love that with like a Diet Coke, like any sort of nut mix during the day with like a Diet Coke is like my favorite.
Yeah.
For sure.
So good. I know.
Before we go any further, we want to talk to you about My Life in a Book. Looking for a really cool gift to impress your parents, grandparents, or loved ones? A really great choice comes from the sponsor of today's episode, mylifeinabook.com. They offer a fun way to get to know your loved ones better, collect timeless memories for future generations, and bring the family together. It's simple. You select from a series of fun and exciting questions that you wouldn't think to ask, such as, what's the funniest memory you have of your siblings? Or do you have a secret you never told your own parents? Then it gets emailed to them. They write an answer and even attach a meaningful photo.
This happens every single week. And at the end of the year, they all get compiled and printed into a beautiful keepsake book that you can get copies of for your entire family if you want. And to make sure that you preserve it digitally, in case anything happens to the physical copies, you can also get it in audio format, which we totally love. With mylifeinabook.com, you can show your loved ones that they're meaningful to the family and help build their legacy. I've tried it in the past with a family member, and they totally loved it. To save $10 off your first purchase, head over to mylifeinabook.com and at checkout, make sure to enter promo code MOMVOICE Again, that's mylifeinabook.com and enter code MOMVOICE for $10 off your first purchase. All right, let's move on to our favorite gadget, which might be my favorite category because I love all the gadgets. I just love technology. So what is your favorite gadget?
Well, like I actually was complaining the other day on Instagram that my battery has just been dying like, oh my gosh, around the clock. And then as well, just with like our universal recommendations and like theme park days and long days when you're out and about, I just need my portable charger sometimes for my phone. And I just think it's like genius and brilliant. I have one that has a cord attached to it with every corner of it is a different kind of plug, USB, kind of whatever input. There we go. And so they're all right there. So you don't need an additional cord and stuff like that, which is really nice. And it's right there. And I mean, I just feel like I've got battery issues. I don't know, but such a go-to that I just have to have,
they are lifesavers,
especially like when you're out with the kids and theme park or sports days or whatever it be, like they really do help.
Oh, I totally agree. My favorite gadget, literally, I am not making this up, is a lifesaver in my house are the tiles. So the tile stickers. And if you don't know tile is like a Bluetooth little tag device that they have different types of products. I have one that looks like a card that's in my wallet at any time. So
yes, so you have like all of them.
I have all of them.
And tell about the sticker. Tell about the stickers.
They're called the tile stickers, and it has like a sticky back to it. It's a little circle, and it has a sticky back. And I have them on every remote in my house. The TV remote, the Fire TV remotes, because you guys, like, I'm not kidding. I go bat, you know what, crazy over the freaking remotes. Yeah. Story of my life. Like, I don't know how they would disappear. Like, and it just drives me crazier than anything. And so I finally went to Best Buy, and they're not cheap, but like worth my sanity. I put stickers on all the remotes, and like, it's
I didn't know they had even stickers
so
now.
If you're not aware of this, you link it to an app in your phone, and then you can just like buzz whatever you're looking for. So like you label it. I have a lot of gadgets, actually. I have to say one more. So I love the tile to find things. They're on my keys as well. They make one that's like a square that goes on your keys. So pretty much all my forgetfulness. I can't put one on my credit card or put one on that. But I also love the Wiz light bulbs. So it's like a Philips light bulb product. They are smart light bulbs that you can use anywhere that you plug a light bulb in. You link it to an app on your phone, and you can set up schedules. They can turn on, turn off automatically. You can have them dim at certain times of the day. So I use these on my porch. I have a schedule for like when my porch lights turn on and when they turn off. Or like during the holiday season, I set them to red or blue or like whatever it is, right? So they're super awesome, like smart light bulbs that I would totally recommend. Do not buy them on Amazon. I bought them on Amazon once, and they were total dupes from China. Did not work.
I remember that.
Did not work. Go into your local store, Home Depot, whatever, and get them there.
Okay. And the last thing is kind of a broader thing, but just kind of to get to know us, a favorite travel spot or favorite travel memory or location. And I'm going to pick a cruise. And this is actually funny because this is a real genuine conversation at my household right now with the Waldrums, my side of the family. We're trying to plan a family trip next year, and I'm really rooting for the cruise. And these are all my reasons because everything is just all inclusive, obviously. So for the budget, like I think that's when you're especially traveling with a group, that's a huge thing because I think a lot of people have different ideas and demands for like price ranges and expectations on a trip.
Well, and it takes the need out of like, okay, you're in charge of this meal.
Yes.
You're in charge of this meal and like all the grocery shopping.
Right, the grocery shopping and the meal prep for sure. But even if like you're actually out into New York City and you guys have to pick a restaurant and that's too much, or I have a baby or this
or
and that.
Try and get 45 people into a restaurant.
Exactly. Or like, I feel like pizza. Well, we wanted Mexican. Like, no, like it's just the decision's made for you. And so like, that's great. And I'm talking on obviously big family level, but a little family level too. It's like so easy just to like go from restaurant to restaurant. Everything's there. And as well, just all the things that are there for entertainment, especially with young kids and families. You have so many fun options, and these ships are just getting more and more elaborate every year, where they have slides and rock walls and ice skating, and it's just next level. And so I just think it's so fun. And then to throw in a cool destination. I mean, the ship to me is kind of enough.
Me too. I love the sea days.
Oh, I love being on the ship. And for my kids, when we get to eventually go, they're just going to be on cloud nine, thinking they're on this big old boat in the ocean and getting all these fun opportunities. So I think a cruise is just, and really right now, I think, post-COVID, they're all just really rooting for us and trying to pull us in to plan a trip and book a cruise. And I miss cruises. I miss it. I miss cruising. So I'm anxious to try to get out there and do it.
Yeah, I grew up cruising with my little family of 4 when I was a child. And core memories, like so
because
fun.
They have like the kids club and the teen clubs. And I can remember those too.
I was telling Lauren when we were in Marco Island that they had a little kids club that our kids went to every day, and they got to know the staff and like all these things. I had memories. We were talking about the cruises and how I would meet kids at the kids club. Yes. We would become pen pals.
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember when that existed?
Oh, yeah.
That aged me real quick. But yeah, it was just like you would come home with a little crush. Like, I met, Dylan on blah, blah, blah. And he's my boyfriend from back east, Oh my gosh.
No, totally. And like, even like you said, the crew members and the staff, like they really make the experience because you see them and the kids, and that's so fun. And like,
oh my gosh, I die. Do you remember I came home with a boyfriend from our college cruise? As I say that out loud, I'm like, I have a pattern.
Oh my gosh, you did. Royce
King. Where are you, Royce?
Oh my gosh, you totally.
No, legit, met a boy, made out with him all night long on a cruise, went home the next day.
Slow clap. And no, you guys, we went to visit him. He lived in a neighboring state and went to college there, and we went to visit him.
And here's how sad it ended. He sent me this gorgeous bouquet of flowers like 2 weeks later, and I'm like, yeah, you're moving too fast. I'll see you later.
Oh my gosh.
You don't remember the lilies that showed up?
I do. And I forgot how it all ended. But yes.
Oh.
Wow, Sarah, that's been your staple, your MO since you were 12.
I have a pattern. Man, that's so funny.
Keep her away from the cruises.
Yeah, right? Oh my gosh. No. But you honeymooned on a cruise.
Yeah, we did. We did a 7-day to Cabo. And that was like so fun too. I remember thinking truly, because like, that was like one of our first like expeditions together, let's say. And I was like, is 7 days on a boat going to be like too long, too weird?
Yeah.
Like, but no, we had a heyday. Like we loved it so much. George sang karaoke on that cruise, just me and him. He sang karaoke to me.
Oh.
It was like, I think it was the Eagles.
Oh.
It was some like old, it was so fun. Yeah,
I love cruises. So my favorite destination, and I'm not just saying this because we were recently there, you guys, but I'm going to go there because I want to give it some time to talk about it on the pod because it is such a special place to me. And really, like, when we had the opportunity to partner with Marriott, like we had to make it happen because Marco Island, Florida is this little gem of a place in the United States. And Jeremy and I, back when we got married, I had a ton of from my job, I had a ton of Marriott points that we were going to use for our honeymoon, right? And I had so many, we pretty much went on the JW website and looked at all the locations. And I see Marco Island, Florida. Had never heard of it before, but it looked like gorgeous, right? With the white sand, like think very Caribbean vibes.
Yeah,
okay?
Right.
Very like Bahama, Fiji type vibes. It's got white, lush sand, right? It's like super soft
powdery
and
soft.
fine, like totally different from West Coast sand if you're used to that. It's got these long sand banks. What would you call that? Like very deep. And then the water is warm and blue. There's not a lot of waves. So I remember we did all these water activities and things like that. And anyway, so we go on our honeymoon to the JW Marriott, Marco Island. And it was just like a blissful, wonderful experience for us back then. So cut to 12 years later, Lauren and I get this cool opportunity to go back to Marco Island, and we're taking all of our kids.
I know,
And
right?
Lauren's coming, and it was just like a blast from the past. It was crazy when I first walked in. Obviously, it's been updated since then, but oh my gosh, it was just so fun. It was so cool. And let's just say it almost did not happen because
I know.
of the hurricane.
Yep.
And it was just like, and they were like so wonderful. They were like, we want to have you back another time when we are like fully rebuilt and like thriving and everything. But like, honestly, we were like, no, let's just like, come on. We want to come and support and all the things.
We'll take you as you are. But
will.
honestly, they were like in such great shape. Their recovery, their rebuild had happened so fast. And thankfully, Marco Island, I mean, they got the brunt of, well, Fort Myers got the brunt of it, but they're so close. They got a lot. But they really, when showing up, you would never have known.
Oh,
they
man.
have done such a great time, like recovery. It looked amazing. And the people really had come together to just kind of take care of the community there.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. You could tell that they had like pivoted in certain areas to like really focus on, you know, the pools and like the pools that were open or like the restaurants that were open, and they were highlighting other parts of the resort. And that is the thing. I got a lot of DMs when we were there and when we were sharing live. There were a handful of people who had been to Marco Island or go to Marco Island pretty regularly.
I was shocked how many of you actually vacation there or know it pretty well.
Yes. I was shocked as well. And so they were like excited to see us there, and it was so fun. But then I got a few questions or DMs about, and I'm not really phrasing this correctly, but like how a resort is different from a hotel. And I would at a high level say that a true resort, which the JW Marco Island does brilliantly, really, you do not need to leave the property. It almost feels like a cruise on land.
Yeah.
And I said that multiple times while we were there. Like, they have every single thing you need. They have, it's a very large property. The JW Marco Island specifically. Okay, let's just talk about our favorites really quick. So the Kids Club, the Tiki Tribe. Oh my gosh. Abby, if you're listening, thank you.
Yes.
All the staff.
All of it.
Honestly,
the Tiki Tribe was such an awesome experience for my kids, for me. Obviously, we benefited from it. But really, again, they got to meet and hang and play with these staff members that were just so fun. They'd come around the pool. They'd reach out to them, made our kids feel so special.
It's like summer camp staff.
Yes.
So, and I want to be clear because I know there's a lot of hotels, resorts that do have kids centers where you can like kind of drop them off and they'll be like watching video or playing video games for a bit or something. This is not that. It's very much like a cruise where it's like kind of summer camp. They have activities, they have excursion type things, scavenger hunts. Like, it's not like they're just babysitting them. Like, they're actively doing things around the resort or crafts or things like that. Like, I really do feel like you're getting what you pay for when you go to like the Tiki Tribe or an equivalent at another Marriott resort. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And the kids love it.
Oh,
it's not like they feel like, oh, you're dropping me off here, like blah, blah, blah. They were like loving it.
The activities that they included for our kids were just, I mean, really next level. They were so fun. And they had the opportunity to build a bear. That's available there for guests to book right on property. You don't have to leave. They have their own Build-A-Bear shop.
Like the perfect take-home souvenir for your trip?
Yes,
my kids are still cuddling with them every night.
Absolutely. And the fact you get to like be hands-on and do the full experience right there at the hotel is like one of a kind. And then just obviously for us getting that benefit of just maybe a few hour break, Sarah and I got to enjoy the spa, which was just, oh my gosh, magical.
So good.
So good. Just to have like a minute.
It's never long enough.
It never
Ever when kids are involved.
A divine, amazing, good massage. And just again, to have a few minutes, like I know it's a family vacation, but it's just really fun for Sarah and I to be able to sit down and have a solid conversation for a second, you know? And the boys went golfing. The dads went golfing during that time.
Yeah. And I think it was very reasonably priced for a full day activity. I mean, it included the cart. They got like the cart rental and it was a full 18 holes, I think for around $150. That might not be exactly the right pricing.
Well, especially for some high-end
Oh, it was
golfing and beautiful.
Gorgeous South Florida course, like best in the United States. I mean, our husbands could not shut up about it the next day.
Such a good time.
So it was just, and it was kind of a whim that we booked that. It was like, okay, we got to get them out of here. Like they're bugging a little, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And so it was like, let's go fill their tanks a little bit, give them an excursion and, you know, make them happy. And they just loved and adored. We loved our room. So that's another thing. I feel like the rooms are spacious. They are wonderful. They have gorgeous views, little patios where you can sit out, look at the sunset, you know, facing the water, all those things.
I mean, just beautiful finishes and details, the style. I mean, updated rooms. They're really just, and the beds were so comfy. Like I slept amazingly well there.
I know.
It was just, I could have moved in, really.
Okay. One other thing I have to highlight, because I know a lot of you saw a lot of this on Instagram, but I have to highlight the 10K alley. Dude.
K alley.
So the 10K alley, because we are a family show. And if you're at all considering Marco Island for a family vacation, you got to consider this. Like, I'll be honest. When I first read about it, I was kind of picturing like
an arcade.
Kind of a cruise arcade.
Yeah, they're like, we come to this arcade, check
Something
it out.
small.
I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah. No, legit blew my mind. I felt like we were walking into a high-end North Scottsdale, like, main event
center. Yeah, right. It's something that had just everything for everyone. Full-fledged bar with full-service food.
TV,
all
huge
the games
TVs
on.
for sports.
Yep,
bowling alley. What?
Bowling, we said at the same time.
No, but it was like no expense was spared. Super high class, like, and just
again, the style. It was just so like, you know, very modern and sleek with the wood and the steel. And it was just so cool looking.
They have glow golf. They have
they
all
did.
your
They did
famous
have glow golf.
arcade games, the skee ball, all the things. The kids were literally in heaven. And then they get tickets, just like a normal, like big event center. They get tickets. They get to cash them out for prizes, candy, like whatever.
It was great.
It was just crazy. It was so good.
And then we got to peek around the corner at this really cool, like adult bar restaurant that we didn't get a chance to really experience.
We learned about the adult side way too late in this process. I'm like, what?
Yes, because they have like rooms and kind of a whole wing of the hotel and this restaurant and bar that is adults only, which
hello.
I mean, yes, hello. That's amazing. So even if you're not thinking for a family vacation, maybe you're thinking for you and your hubby or an anniversary present, this would be such a fun, romantic, beautiful spot to be.
It is just the most dreamy. So if we're talking favorite things, I just had to squeeze this in because I just love I just do. I have a soft spot for it for many reasons. And I think I will continue going back. I know it's like so far from us here in Arizona, but we found really decent flight deals. Honestly, we did when we were booking. We booked them out far enough, obviously, but so worth it. I mean,
I know. And I mean, I know we've talked a lot about this trip and we were just, I mean, it really just felt like a dream to us to be there. And JW took such great care of us, the whole staff that we worked with and Natasha, like we just had such a wonderful, smooth experience that, I mean, I literally just couldn't stop smiling. My husband was just over the moon. We were just having really the time of our lives. And we don't mean that boastfully or braggish, but just that like some of our hard work here at the podcast that we can like just have an experience like that for our family with our kids has just meant the world to us.
Yes. So thank you, JW Marco Island. And please go check them out. We will put their information in the show notes of the episode. Go check it out for spring break, summer plans.
Absolutely.
Anytime. Okay, Lauren, well, let's wrap this one up with our hits and misses of the week. What was your miss?
Okay, well, my miss was staying carpool this week. So for junior high, he doesn't take the bus this year. So this year we're a first time back to kind of our school carpool, and it was my week. And Sunday, I realized I had some conflicts this week. And so I had to go run and do some damage control and change it up, which I feel like such a loser because it's like I only have to do a week at a time. We like have like a rotating calendar through the month. And so I totally dropped the ball. And I just hate when I feel like everything's overscheduled right now, but it's just like all the things crash into one week and it's like, So I just, you carpool. Well, you don't carpool anymore.
I carpool
You-
dance.
You
That's all.
drive
Yeah.
to school, but
Yep.
you don't carpool to school anymore.
No.
I know.
But I don't mind it. We live super close to our school. It's not that bad. So
I'm so used to the bus life. It's like something more, another thing to incorporate. But
yeah. Well,
what's
my
yours?
miss of the week is not epic, but it's pretty bad. So I've always cut my children's hair. Like, I think I've only paid for maybe 3 or 4 haircuts in my entire parenting journey.
Yes.
My Luke, I was giving so the school we attend, they're really strict on the boys' hair. It has to be like above eyebrows, above their ears, and above their collar. Okay. So I kind of have to stay on top of it. So 3 nights ago, I was in our bathroom floor trying to get Luke's done. And the current cut that he has, I take the trimmers, the buzzers, and I buzz the sides on a 1. And then I kind of cut his top to, that, what is it called? That gentleman's cut or whatever.
Yes, right. Pompadour.
Oh my gosh. So I forgot to put the guard on. And I'm starting at the very front of his head, and I buzzed a full bald spot before I caught it. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, right.
No, it was bad. And I was how did first time I've ever done that, forgotten to put the guard on, and I was just moving so fast. And so I had to cut it super short,
yes.
on half guard, not even a 1. And yeah,
I
made
it
it's
recover?
okay. I don't know. I was like, Jeremy, what do I do? He's like, it's fine. In a week, it'll grow in enough and it'll be fine. And I was like,
and it's right by the face in the
it's
front there?
up. No, I hit it really good. So I changed his part to the other side. No, it took me an hour.
Oh,
I had to
geez.
rework the part, kind of make it longer where it covered that. Anyway, it's okay enough. But I was just like, oh gosh, why?
I know. You've never really shaved your kids' heads.
No.
Never done it
I
a
never
buzz
will.
or whatever.
I don't ever want to.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Have you? Yeah, Tristan, you have.
They've all had them at some point.
All of them?
Yeah.
No, I don't love that look. I don't know why, but anyway. Okay, what was your hit of the week?
My hit was probably just I am 38 this week, which is so crazy. It feels old. But actually, it's I thought I was going to be really scared about turning 38, but it's actually been okay. I thought, I think, when you're happy and you have a lot of good things in your life and it's, I think more than anything, when you look at a birthday and you don't have to have regret. I think regret's the hardest thing for me. And so regret is something I haven't really had to grapple with. And every year that comes along, I is one step forward and it feels good and it's a happy thing. But 38 just felt like a big old number this year. I was just oh my gosh. But no, it was a great week and the kids have been so sweet and my husband and just all my friends and everything. So it's been such a good,
so fun.
Good week.
That's a good week. It really is.
I know.
That's awesome. Happy birthday.
I know. Thank you.
Well, my hit of the week is over the weekend, I bought a subscription to the Hallmark movie app and I turned on a Christmas movie and I put my Christmas tree up.
Good for you.
Yes. And it made me so happy. To watch the Hallmark movies, first of all, in the background. They're just so cheesy and predictable. I just can totally love it and appreciate it. And then I just think there's such a warmth and happiness that comes with a Christmas tree.
I know.
I really
it really
do.
does. It totally sets the tone.
I know. And then on top of that, Lauren, I knocked out 90% of my Christmas shopping and it's already wrapped and under my tree. Yes, it is.
Serious?
I sure did.
Wait, where did you buy it all? Amazon?
TJ Maxx, a lot of it. I went, so really random tangent. Had to go up to Scottsdale to do a return. And I remember from when I lived there was this one TJ Maxx that was always stocked with really good stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those stores are hit or miss.
Right.
And I do feel like there's a couple locations that kind of always get the cream of the crop.
Yep.
There's one over by Last Chance. There's a Marshall's that has really good stuff. And this TJ Maxx, which I have not been to a TJ Maxx in legit 5-6 years. I roll in there just to kind of check it out. I'm not even kidding. $500 later and 2 carts. I'm done with Christmas. Neighbor gifts, friend gifts, your birthday gift.
Oh my gosh.
Everything.
Wow.
I was so I was getting looked at you're crazy. But I got hockey sticks for my boys. I got this cool soccer goal for Landon. It like was just coming to me, just like boom, boom, boom. Christmas,
Oh my
yes,
gosh,
yes,
you
yes,
lucky
go.
duck.
I got my mother-in-law. I got all these things. I was like, this is incredible. And all like really good brands at great prices.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm impressed, girl. I have a lot to do.
I'm like, dare I say done, except for the big guy. Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That is so awesome. I have a lot to do.
Excited.
It's a little scary.
So get that Christmas tree up. And
have you watched the Lindsay Lohan Netflix one yet?
No.
I got to get on that.
I cannot get behind her. Not that I'm not going to watch it.
Of course.
But like when I think of Lindsay Lohan, I don't think about like holiday cheer. I think about like depressing and.
Oh, see, I know she was like a crazy person for a while.
What? Are you about to say you think she's like a cheery figure?
No, I just still think of her kind of like as like,
Freaky
Parent
Friday?
Trap and like Freaky Friday. I kind of do. Like I kind of
Do
forget.
you?
Like Britney is like scarred in my mind. All those like crazy things. Hannah Montana, whatever, Miley Cyrus, she's scarred in my mind. But for some reason, Lindsay Lohan's like flip out, I kind of like vaguely remember.
No way.
Yeah.
Her Paris Hilton time where she was just like cracked out all the time.
It was so sad. Yeah, crazy.
And then her Oprah show. And
I don't remember her on Oprah.
Yes, you do. We talked about this. Not on Oprah. She had a show on the OWN network for a minute. You don't remember
with her
this?
Mom?
No, just like documentary of her sad life now. Like, you don't remember this? It was like kind of supposed to be her comeback reality.
I never saw that.
It was only like.
But I do remember her mom had a show on MTV.
Yeah, she did. You're right.
Oh my gosh, that
With
just
her
dawned on
sister
me.
and
I can
stuff.
see her mother.
Oh, I feel so sorry for that whole family. I think, and I will say, I don't think Lindsay had a shot, like, to begin with. Like, I think her family dynamics were so rough, like, and I do think child stars, that's just a hard gig.
Yeah,
I think
is.
coming out of that halfway normal, so impossible.
I know.
So
Yeah.
hard. But yeah, no, I haven't watched that one yet. There was a really cute one last year that came out with, was it Nina?
I remember that. The Brave. Yeah.
Whatever. I thought that one was really cute. So
Okay.
Anyway, yes, go watch the Hallmark
I know.
movies.
Tune in.
They're so good. But anyway. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do us for this week's episode. We are so grateful you're here and a happy Thanksgiving to you.
Enjoy the week.
Yes.
The break.
We are so very grateful for every single listen and every single one of you who show up every week to support us. We are so thankful for that. So we hope you have a wonderful holiday. If you don't mind and you would take a quick minute, we would really appreciate it if you would jump over and leave us a 5-star rating and a review wherever you listen. It's a very small way you can show your support for the show and really help us out. We do see every single one and it always makes us smile. So big thank you. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at
Yes, the Mom Voice Podcast.
We are there. So if you have any questions, concerns, criticisms, go reach out to us there and we'd love to chat with you. And then with that, Lauren, what else do we have?
That's going to do it. Take care of each other and have a great Thanksgiving.
All right, guys, we'll talk to you next week.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.